to join, clear visual approach, runway 35 left.
020 joins at jet 687.
Approaching at 2363, 13.3 for 11.
Jet 687, yard clear visual approach, runway 35 left, maintain 170 knots for diamond.
Okay, 170 diamond, clear visual approach 35 left, exit to 687.
Contact Denver Center 133.905.
Dealing 25.
Okay.
2000, we're on that 050 heading for you, South 1128.
South 1128, roger, descend and maintain 10,000.
It will maintain 10,000, Southwest 1128.
United 2363, Denver approach, runway 35 left, descend and maintain 12,000.
Alright, 12,000, 35 left, 2363.
We got you.
Jet 687, thanks, see ya.
Scott 5931, maintain 170 knots or greater to diamond.
70 or greater to diamond, Scott 5931.
United 2363, turn left heading 050.
Heading 050, 2363.
Scott 6278, maintain 170 knots or greater to Cord. Over Cord, you can contact tower 135.3.
170 knots or greater to Cord over to tower, Scott 5278.
Approach Scouts 5274. It's just been light shot for the past few thousand feet now.
Alright, thank you for the report. 144, contact Denver Center 125.9er.
Approach Charlie, dispatch, not the right, no factor. You said you had the airport in sight?
Yep, it's a Cessna high wing low. We have field inside, Dealing 25.
Thanks, Sterling. 25, clear visual approach runway 35 right, maintain 210.
210, cleared visual 35 right, Dealing 25.
120.8, good day.
89.
South 1313, you still in the moderate there?
That's 1313, moderate stopped around 200, mostly smooth, some light chop now.
Roger, thank you.
14 QD, descend and maintain 17,000.
Approach Scouts 5089, is at a 12 for 11 at dog, 35 right.
Scouts 5089, approach runway 35 right.
35 right.
Contact tower 133.3.
For tower at Diamond, Scott 5931.
1560.
Trap. 310 left heading 020, Denver 11 o'clock 209.
020 line airport in sight, United 2363.
That's right, 263, heading 020 to join, clear visual approach, runway 35 left.
020 to join, and clear for the visual 35 left, United 2363.
60, now 1560.
381, Denver departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Search, climb runway 35 left.
905.
25, maintain 17 knots or greater to France.
170 or better to France, Dealing 25.
Skyway 5089, assume maintain 8,000.
Maintain 8,000, Scouts 5089.
Okay, 1560, turn right heading 290.
290, United 1560.
Mexico 658, reduce speed to 190.
190, Amigo 650.
798, how we doing?
See ya. Southwest 1313, cross High Mom at 210 knots. Contact approach now, 133.62. Have a nice day.
I'm 210, 3362, do the same, Southwest 1313.
United 42040, descend and maintain 14,000.
424.
United 604, reduce speed to 210.
210 knots, United 604.
325.
1568, turn right direct France, clear the visual approach. I'm sorry, do you have the airport?
We hit the airport
1568, clear visual approach, 135 right, direct France, join file.
France, clear visual 35 right now, 1560.
Mexico 658, airport 12 o'clock, 15 miles.
Looking for the airport at Amigo 650.
Mexico 658, turn right heading 360.
Right heading 360, Amigo 650.
I'm sorry, Mexico 658, just proceed direct France and join the localizer there. How about that?
Right, direct France and join the localizer, Amigo 650.
That's 698, sending out a 12 on the class 3.
Then via the Flatty with Yankee.
Skies 5558 Denver approach, plan Arnav Zulu approach, runway tree forward right, Denver altimeter 2977.
2977, RNAV, Zulu 34 right, Skies 5558.
Yankee.
Skywest 4709 Denver approach, plan runway 35 right.
Roger.
30 and 3 miles, 7,800, Boeing 737.
Traffic inside, Aeromexico 658.
Mexico 658, follow them, still stay direct front, clear visual approach 135 right.
Clear for the visual, runway 35 right, Aeromexico 658.
Skywest 5098, turn right into Skywest 5089, turning 260.
Heading 260, Skies 5089.
United 698, turn right direct front.
98 direct front.
Approach United 1439.
Skies 5274, contact approach 133.62, good day.
3362, Skies 5274, good day.
Once again, better record, that was 1313.
Approach Skies 5274, 15, descending via the flat E2, runway 34 right.
Skies 5274 Denver approach, cleared Arnav Zulu runway 34 right.
Cleared Arnav Zulu, runway 34 right, Skies 5274.
United 604, turn left heading 040, maintain 12000.
040 and 12,000, United 604.
5798, sequence now 1 o'clock, 4 miles, turn northwest on 8,000.
Still looking Skies 5798.
United 698, airport 12 o'clock, 25 miles.
Site, United 698.
698, direct front to join, clear visual approach 135 right.
Front to join, cleared to visual 35 right, United 698.
Skywest 5798, turn right in 260.
Right, 260, Skies 5798.
Skywest 5089, maintain 170 knots to greater to front.
170 or greater to front, Skies 5089.
Mexico 658, reduce speed to 150 or less. Contact tower 133.3, good day.
1.0 left, 123.3, Aeromexico 658. Good day.
Skywest 5798, reduce speed to 170.
Or traffic inside, Skies 5798, and once again.
Skywest 5798, thanks. One more turn to follow him, maintain 170 knots.
170 knots, Skywest 5798.
Approach Skywest 3075 with Yankee, expecting 35 right.
Skywest 3075, turn approach, thanks. Maintain 210 knots or greater.
210 or greater, Skywest 3075.
30 right, so those levels up.
Denver approach United 2285, 23-4, descend via the long swan, except no lower than flight level 190.
United 2285 Denver approach, Boeing 737 on your arrival reported moderate turbulence, flight level 230 through flight level 200, smooth below.
United 2285, thank you.
United 2285, plan the visual approach on a tree forward right.
Visual 34 right, United 2285. 4.
United 424, verify this is 040 heading for me. FA is on about a 020.
Yep, thought that's what we heard. 020 is what we're doing. We'll go to 040 for United 424.
United 424, thanks. Skies 5665 Denver approach, expect visual 34 right.
Visual 34 right, Skywest 5665.
Take 35 left, Skywest 3075.
Skywest 3075, roger. Turn left heading 020, expect 135 left.
Left turn 020, expect 35 left,
Connected
Skywest
to PilotEdge.
3075.
Skywest 3075, maintain 210 knots again.
210 or greater, Skywest 3075.
You're on Skywest 532.
And we have Yankee, a moderate chop here. Denver's 11 o'clock, 20 miles.
020 and field and sight, United 604.
At 604, heading 020 to join, clear visual approach 135 left.
020 to join, 35 left, cleared for visual, United 604.
5798, contact tower 133.3, good day.
Tower 33, Skies 5798, get it.
1407 Denver approach, sorry about that. Plan runway 35 left, Yankee current, Denver altimeter 2977.
And we'll plan the 35.
0,000.
10 right, maintain 10,000 for 35 right, sky was 4709. 4,045,
Now, United 424.
Sky was 5787, you maintain 170 knots or greater to Diamond.
170 very bad before you sky 687.
United 604, maintain 170 knots to Diamond.
170 to Diamond, United 604.
United 424, turn left, heading 020, Denver's 11 o'clock, 20 miles.
020 on the heading, we have the field in sight, United 424.
United 424, heading 020 to join, clear visual approach, runway 35 left.
020 to join, clear for the visual 35 left, United 424.
United 424, maintain 170 knots to Diamond.
170 to Diamond, United.
Fast, they didn't give you that? What's cleared on Zulu 35 right approach.
Clear for R9 Zulu 35 right, Skywest 5532.
Thanks, guys. 5532, travel to south, you 2 miles east, on level 10,000, Boeing 737.
At the traffic inside, Skywest 5532.
Skywest 3075, airport 11 o'clock, 20 miles.
Hello, hello. Getting a little King Air action today from cloudy and drizzle Seattle area. This is Arlington Airport. Matter of fact, the same company that makes this airplane, the Aerofoil Labs, makes this airport. So it makes this plane. They make the Cessna 172, and apparently they're working on a DC-3 as well. So that's kind of interesting. So first things first, we need to file IFR and such as that. So we're going to do this flight plan. So we get our fuel calculations. All right, trip 743 223 back to Seattle 458 200 taxi divided by 6.5 is 149. I'll round that up to 250. So that would be 125 per wing and 50 auxiliary. All right. 3005. That's with the latest METAR. Portland is landing on the 10s east. So we're going to file IFR. Arlington 2. That's land golf 220. So we'll go ahead and we'll file that. Weather is pretty crappy up here, as you can see. Guess the satellite imagery is not working right now. That's fine. So we are up here on file. Oh, God. All right, let's start our walk around here. Oh God, let me pause this for a second. Oh, not pause it. All right, I'm gonna mute it for a moment. All right, hopefully my dog will quit barking for a little bit. I think there's like a U-Haul or maybe UPS truck or something out there. Coast Pilot, hey buddy. 6 month, 1 month streak resub. Hey, thank you. Let me give you a little subscriber thing here. I corrected the spelling that someone pointed out. I'm in the back. Glad to see you're still flying into Portland. Yeah. Portland is still one of my favorites. And I figured the weather is so IMC like that. I figured I would do a little instrument flying today. because the entire trip, except for cruise, is going to be in the clouds. But yeah, man, I appreciate that sub. How you been? Put 125 gallons on this wing. I'm glad I decided to stream today. Looks like we got a few people coming on board today. That's cool. Right. You finally got the Honeycomb Bravo? Oh man, I'm jealous. I did not order it in the first batch that went out. I was like, well, I'll just wait, you know, and it'll be available by Christmas. Nope, not so much. So people like me that didn't get the first batch, we're all still waiting to hear when, you know, these vendors will have it again. But what do you think of it? Is it worth all the hype? It is nicely built. That's what I'm reading. Yeah, I'm reading that it has really good feel to it, and only very rare do I read that someone has an issue with it, and that's, you know, hundreds of those things have gone out. And so you're bound to have one or two that has an issue, but I also hear that their customer service is really, really good if you do run into a problem. I don't have their yoke just because I like the one I have, but I definitely want to get the Bravo. It would be extra cool if there was a servo that turned a trim wheel. Yeah, I agree. I bet someone would come up with that on their own. Flying with a trim wheel is a bonus. Yeah. You know, I didn't even think of that. That, you know, for a small aircraft to have the trim wheel's cool. But I mean, most of the stuff that I use trim-wise, it's all electric motor trim wheels. So I don't even know how often I would end up using the trim wheel on the Bravo yoke. That's a interesting thought. All right, let me come back here. We'll turn this thing on. What I have bought for Christmas, and I was one of the few that was able to get it because they sold out within 2 days. So I was very lucky to get it. Let me see if I have a picture of it. No. I'll see if I can find the website though. Anyway, I bought these for my DCS FA-18, the wing panels. It's the flight panel and the battle panel, and I've been having a blast with those things. So it's now from my F-18 Hornet, now I got a bunch of switches and gear handle and all that. And I could use them in the X-plane airplanes such as this, but I'm waiting for the Honeycomb yoke, the Honeycomb Bravo to be available for me, and then there's no point. I'll just swap out the panels depending on which airplane I'm flying. Set the e-brake, we'll get throttle quadrant set here. And let me see. All right, what are we doing here? I did the walk around. I think I got power. Yeah, we got external power. Battery should be 22, which it is. We'll leave it on center. Park brake is set. Throttle quadrant is set. Battery coming online. Once it's done, we'll connect the Gentai. Sorry guys, I'm Facebooking one of my friends. We were going to do lunch tomorrow, but now he's pushing it back to next week. All good. More time to fly, right? All right, we'll connect the gen tie. We'll do external power because it's blinking. Connect that. Clear out these cautions. Do a bus sense test. Click that. We got gen tie lights down there. Reset. Clear out the caution. Check our inverters. So make sure the bus lights go out. So we'll go over here. Looking up there. All right. That worked. And that worked. We leave them off until after we start the engines. We'll turn on the nav light and tail light. And we'll turn on these seat belts. And we'll do a fire suppression check. So we'll turn on our fuel here. Turn those on. And then we can make sure the valve shuts and we'll get fuel cut off. There we go. Same thing with the right side. I'll turn those pumps back off for auto. And O2 is 100%, so we'll go ahead and arm that. Give the mask a test. And we'll check out the alarms. Okay. Battery bus in the up normal position. Engine anti-ice on for ground operations. And before start checklist is complete, so engine start. If you want to be able to hear the engines, let me turn the volume up for the airplane, and I'll turn it back down once I start talking to ATC because the ATC will get really loud. So in the beginning I'll be able to hear the engines. I wish there was a way to adjust the ATC volume compared to the sim volume, but there isn't, at least with OBS that I have found. Alright, let's go to, we got our fuel, we're gonna do, let's do full, and we'll make this, that's 500's fine, we'll do let's do 300, 300. Well, let's say there's 2 kids in the back. There we go. Alright. 400. 250. Make the crew heavy. Alright, that'll work. So we'll add the passengers. We have full. Those are kid weight, but that's right. Come over here. Check the E-lights. Baggage light. We'll shut this door. There's a little King Air over there. Seatbelt lights are on. Come on. I like how you can click on the seat and it will sit you down. It's a pretty cool feature. Alright, that's done. Need to remove these steps. And chocks we can remove at this point. Turn on the beacon light for engine start. Looks like we are clear to start her up. Because there literally is people that walk around this airport. I don't see anyone right now, but randomly you'll see people walking around, which is a nice added feature. Alright, we're going to start engine 1. So, kick on that in ignition. Looking for 16 on the turbine there. We can go low idle. Check for hot start, hung start, and oil pressure is coming into the green. Keep an eye on the ITT. Looks like it's going to top out at 690. Got rotation. Turbine's above 50. We can turn the starter off. We're going to do conditioner lever full forward because we need to use engine 1 to start engine 2. So we're going to disconnect external power. There. Remove the ground power unit. So that is now gone. We're going to reset Gen 1. So come up here. External power is now gone. We got 28 volts on the left generator. So we're going to use that to start engine 2. Do it that way because the ground power unit usually goes, or not usually, is on the right side. So 16. Low idle. And looks like we're going to top at 700. Got rotation. Oil pressure is in the green. Starter off. And we need to reset Gen 2 and Gen 1. Put these conditioner levers together. Check our volts. We got 28 across. Leave it on triple fed, which is normal operations. Prop RPM 1050 or above. We are at like 1200, so we're fine. Volts are fine. I already filed the flight plan after start checklist complete. Alright, now we're going to do another Gentie check. So we got Gentie lights here. 3 of them. Left, center, and right. So that is fine. So we'll reset those. Clear out the caution. And we're going to get the pressurization and bleeds going. So this is need 11 psi per bleed. So we got 11 on the left, so we'll turn that off. And we got 11 on the right. So we're going to turn on both bleeds. Put the environment to auto. And it is 46 degrees. So we're going to let it warm up. If it was super cold, we could use the electric heat, but then I'd have to increase the conditioner levers. Well, I'll do that anyway. Alright, so we're going full power. And you'll see these lights will dim when you turn on the electric heat. So you do electric heat, aft blower, aft heat. That will get things warmed up back there. And gyro suction, pneumatic pressure is in the green. Alright, now it's time to turn on our avionics. So inverters on, bus lights are now off, EFA switch is coming online. Avionics and radios. Check the autopilot. Do a light function check. Put on heading mode, we'll arm that, rudder boost, or pitch trim, clear out the caution. And we'll go ahead and trim for takeoff. And we'll do flaps 10 degrees for takeoff. turn on the furnace and coffee maker. Check all of our E-lights, which they work. And we'll slave both gyros, one here and one here. So those are ready to go. And we're going to grab our weather, which is 13562. 13562. Turn on our microphones. Pop that over.
Arlington Municipal Airport weather. Wind 100 visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 6,000 broken, 12,000 overcast, 22,000 broken, temperature 7, dew point 2. Altimeter 3003.
003, and CTAP here is 122.72. So we'll put that over. And 122.2 would be simulating a phone call to the ATC guys. So I'll be doing that here shortly. Elevation at Arlington is 141, I believe. Yep, 141, so we're right on the money for the altimeter. We are facing 250, so avionics are aligned properly. And this is why I usually fly cargo. Yeah. I flew cargo last night, as a matter of fact. I didn't stream it. I was talking to Mr. Joe on Discord when I was flying last night. Boston had an event, small event, but I flew from Newark to Boston, which is a FedEx route. I belong to one of the FedEx VAs, and my favorite plane to date right now is by far the AnyBuild A300 600 freighter variant. So I've been doing a lot of FedEx here lately too. All right, so 122.725. So that is correct. So we're going to switch to our overlaying. So the let me see, the Arlington 2.
Dog 1 2, this frequency Bravo 2 the ramp, take care. With you, holding short runway 30, ready for departure. I stepped on Dog 1 2, Bravo 2 the ramp, this frequency.
So it will be
Bravo,
Seattle approach will be who I'll contact, even though this is simulating a phone call.
Southwest 860, Oakland Tower, runway 30, cleared for takeoff, wind 290 at 8. Clear for takeoff, runway 30, Southwest 860. V1 5221, descend via the ski to arrival, runway 16 left transition.
Alright, while I'm waiting for a break, we're going to do a auto ignition check here. Actually, let's check the temperature. Temperature's nice and toasty now, so we can turn off the electric heat. We don't need that extra boost. We'll lower these to low idle. And now we'll do the auto ignition check. So those 4 lights will go away as I add fuel. So
Dog 1 2, thank you. Have a nice day.
Check is good.
Thanks, you too.
Alright, we're gonna call Marcus now. Get her IFR clearance. So we'll be put on an IFR hold. Let me see. Good afternoon, Seattle departure, King Air 1399 on the ground at Arlington. Request IFR to Portland. Let's see what, I don't want to punch in the flight plan until I know I get what I filed.
King Air 1399er, Seattle Center, cleared to Portland Airport. Via as filed. Climb and maintain 2000. Expect flight level 220, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with, we'll go with Seattle approach 120.4, squawk 2232, hold for release.
Cleared to Portland, as filed, maintain 2000, expect flight level 220 within 10 minutes of departure. Departure with Seattle, departure 120.4, squawk 2232, and hold for release 1399.
Okay, you're 1399, read back correct. Call back when you're ready to go first in line.
Calling back shortly, 1399. Alright, so we have a IFR hold, which basically means it's a one in, one out situation. So while there's an IFR hold, that means no one's allowed to land or take off IFR until I
Helena Tower, Skyhawk, November 64441, holding short runway 27.
So if this was a busier airport,
number 64441,
then
Helena
you would
Tower,
want to
runway
get your
27, cleared for takeoff,
IFR clearance when you're ready to go.
21.
That would be the most
cleared for
polite
takeoff,
thing
runway
to do,
27441.
It's not like there's a whole lot of people here, so might as well get it now. Alright, so
Southwest 860, contact NorCal departure. NorCal departure, Southwest 860.
2232. Leave that on standby. Flight plan, menu.
NorCal departure, Southwest 860 is with you. Climbs through 4000 via the channel for departure.
And we're doing
Southwest 860, NorCal departure, radar contact.
Arlington, procedure. That's not what I want. Departure. What's the winds again? The winds are out of the south, so we're gonna do 16. So we'll load the departure. Then Payne to Victor 23, and then we'll change this to the 10 transition, so that way go to PDX and it'll be the arrival crater 2 Buzo Hounds crater hiker, and then I think we go to Voodoo. Yeah, Voodoo, and then Doe, and then Nut, and then vectors for an approach. So that is correct. Flight plan. Transponder
Southwest
is
860, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Clear to 2000.
Climb and maintain 190.
Switch back to CTAP. I don't need to listen to that right now. And we are heading select. Altitude is armed for autopilot. Auto ignition is checked. We shall do windshield ice to normal. Prop anti-ice should be in the green, which it is. So we'll turn that back off and it goes back to 0. So now we need to do a surface de-ice test, and with that we need conditional lever full forward again, because this will drain a lot of power as well. So you hold down manual de-ice. We get a wing and then a tail check. Bring these back down. So that was good. So now we're going to do a ground idle check. Ground idle. Bring it up to about 1500 RPM. Voodoo Donut. Portland loves its businesses. What is wrong with it? There we go. So without moving the throttle, I let go of the button. Alright, I messed that up, I think. Let me turn these off. Ground idle stop. Okay, now I let go of the button. And it's going back to idle on its own without moving the throttle, so that's a good check. And Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the waypoints. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, auto feather test, similar. Looking for AFX lights right here, 1500. We got AFX lights, and we'll do a feather check on the left. And we'll get the engine to stabilize, and we'll do a feather on the right. And go ahead and arm the auto feather. Oh, by the way, Coast Pilot, Happy New Year, buddy. I bet 2021 is going to look better for you, too, because I know you dealt with the fires on top of everything else. You had them fires you had to deal with. Didn't that, like, push you out of your house for, like, a month or so, or a couple weeks? You had to, like, evacuate? Or were you safe from that? Cabin pressure check. So we need 500 below current airfield. So we'll say, I don't know, minus about 300, and we'll come up here. So we're looking for about 800 foot per minute descend on this test. That's good enough. That means that the cabin is pressurized. And I filed flight level 220, so we'll set it for 230, which is the inside one. Cabin altitude is on the outside, so the cabin will climb to 4,500, and we're going to use a climb rate of about 500 feet per minute in the cabin. Check our fuel status again. Running off auxiliary fuel while we're on the ground. Our flight fuel is the main. No, that wasn't me. Had some friends quarantined, but my wife and I have been safe. Oh, well, that's good. It must have been someone else, because I know I talked to someone that lives on the West Coast during the fire season, and they got evacuated. So I know that you are from Portland, right? Like you live aren't you the one that told me like you can see the airliners flying over your house, and you knew which direction Portland was landing because you knew what star they were on, if I remember correctly. All right, we're going to do an EFIS test. Press and hold that button for about 6-7 seconds. There we go. EFIS test works. We'll turn on some lighting. So taxi and reco. And we'll get our weather again.
Arlington Municipal Airport weather. Wind 100 F11. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 6,000 broken, 12,000 overcast, 22,000 broken, temperature 7, dew point 2. Altimeter 3003.
Alright, weather is still the same. We'll put this into beta mode, I think. Yeah, beta mode, there we go. You're at the east-west split for the runways. Oh, okay. What star, do you remember what star it is that you're at the split? Bring up this thing. So I am going to, I'll lower the sounds of the airplane once I get in the air. Right, we're going to squawk mode Charlie. Do a wiper check. Since it might rain on us at Portland. And we'll make sure all these lights stay off. Which they do, except for those, that's fine. I'm north of the flower waypoint. Timbers 2, all right, that's right. Yeah, so that's when I'm usually, when I fly from, what is it, Rogue Valley, Medford? I fly from there into Portland, and with that, I'm usually on the Timbers 2 arrival, I believe. So you're north of Flower Waypoint. That's cool. So go to arrival and star. Probably this continuation. Yeah, you're right. You're just north. So that's how he knows the flows of Portland, because this is east flow and this is west flow on the right. That's pretty cool. All right. Take the brake off. Push forward. And the wind is 120 at 11 knots. So we're going to take off on runway 16. Arlington traffic, King Air 139, taxiing to runway 16 via Alpha Arlington traffic. So I'm just talking on CTAP to let any other aircraft know where we're going. I'm on an IFR hold, which means we can't take off yet. We have to get an IFR release before we take off. Coast Pilot says, yeah, even planes on the Timbers are often brought up to O City waypoint, which I'm directly below, and then they turn left or right. O City. I don't see that one. I don't see that one on the Timbers. That might be a different arrival. We'll check our controls here. So we got control on our left side, and we got airline on the right. It's not on the star. Oh, okay. Let's do auto ignition on. We'll turn off the engine anti-ice when we're holding short. And we are set for trims takeoff. Flaps are set for takeoff. We'll do prop sync and all that, and we'll turn on the pitot heat and stall warning when we get holding short up here. This is one of my favorite airports. I just don't fly. I don't fly it enough. It's got. It's not just this airport. They have like other fields that you can land at. Not in a plane like this, but if you had a small plane, a little bush plane, there's just little bush fields around here that you can land at. It's really cool. All right, I'm gonna go back to Seattle. Set this brake for a moment, and we'll put these in out of beta range, keep the engines cooler, and then we'll get our departure clearance. It depends on the traffic volume. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they have to make changes when they have busy times of the day. All right, let's do engine ice off. And we'll contact Seattle. Seattle Center, King Air 1399. Number 1, runway 16 for the Arlington 2 departure.
King Air 1399er, Seattle Center. Release for departure, now clearance is void if on off by 2027 Zulu, time now 2020. If on off by 2027, call back by 2030 with your intentions. Change visor frequency is approved.
9 off in the air by 2030, I'll call you back. Frequency change approved, 1399. Alright, so we got our departure clearance. So we're going to go back to CTAF, which is 122.72, and departure with Seattle is 120.4, which we got our clearance. So we have a departure clearance, so now no one's allowed to land or take off from Arlington under IFR rules right now. So we're going to do landing lights and strobes, pitot heat, stall warning, engine ice is off, those are on, all that looks good. And oh yeah, we need to do prop sync on, take off the brake, and we'll add in conditioner lever on the takeoff. Arlington traffic, King Air 1399, departing runway 16 on the Arlington 2 departure, Arlington traffic. Alright, so no one was coming from the right, we are clear left. I do have traffic global, no one's around here. Conditioner lever is full. So we're going to go 50% power. I got plenty of runway, that's
Auto feather lights on.
Not worrying about that. Alright, we're going to increase our torque to about 90. Don't want to overdo it. Have some left crosswind here.
V1. Rotate, props full.
Turn into the wind. Gear up. Flaps out.
Attitudes check.
And we get to 1,000 feet. We'll make our right turn. So we're on a 162 heading.
Flaps up.
And then when we get to 1,000, we make a right turn to 250. So we're going to make a right turn. It's 1,000 foot. There. Pick up speed to 160, 170. 170 knots. We'll go to climb mode. Then we'll climb up to 2,000 on a heading at 250. It's just awesome scenery. There's Arlington. Alright, we are at 2,000, so I'm going to back off this a little bit. Arlington traffic, King Air 1399, departed to the east. Last call, Arlington. Alright, so we're going to go to Seattle. 20.4. Gear is up, flaps are up. Seattle departure, King Air 1399, Arlington 2 at 2,000.
1,000 feet to minimums.
Ever 1399er, Seattle departure, climb and maintain 8,000.
Climb maintain 8,000, 1399er.
Ever 1399er, radar contact 12 miles north of the Payne VOR. Reaching 4,000, clear direct to Payne VOR, resume on navigation.
Reaching 4,000, direct to Payne VOR, resume on navigation, and location checks 1399. Okay. So
Piedmont 5221, contact Denver approach 123.85.
Keep that climb going. We're going to add in some torque. And leaving 4,000, we'll go direct to the Payne VOR.
Denver approach Piedmont 5221. Is that 11 on 353 heading.
Fog. And we are getting, do we have to icing? No, it's 44 degrees, so we don't have to worry about icing.
Piedmont 5221, Denver approach, flight present heading, vectors visual approach, runway 16 left, descend and maintain 9,000.
So we're going to go left turn.
Delta 9,000 and we'll flight present heading, Piedmont 5221.
To Payne VOR. So we'll activate that here in a moment.
November 1399, climb and maintain 15,000.
Climb and maintain 15,000, 1399.
Ray Charlie Sierra, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Activate. And we'll go to nav on that.
Ray Charlie Sierra, change to my frequency 135.15.
We'll go to climb mode. We'll keep adding in some torque and we'll take out the prop, which I already did a little bit.
Centennial Tower, Skyline 269 Delta Delta, ready to go, runway 28 VFR to the east.
Alright, we'll turn off the auto ignition and auto feather.
Number 269 Delta Delta, Centennial Tower, make left down departure, runway 28 cleared for takeoff, wind 290 at 13, gust 24.
Left downwind departure, runway 28 cleared for takeoff, 9 Delta Delta.
We're coming into the muck. Sync up the heading bug. And we are direct to Payne VOR now. Keep an eye on our torque. Keep it right about 95 or so in the climb. Of course, that will drop as we climb.
That's a 441 at Kusta, cleared ILS, Zulu runway 27 approach, again report Kusta.
We'll report Kusta cleared for the ILS, runway 27. 441.
See, when you're in climb mode on the autopilot here,
Spokane Tower, Bruce 17, holding short, runway 21.
Give you the best speed
5221,
for the altitude.
Maintain 8,000.
So you'll see I'll get slower when I hit 10,000 feet.
Route 17, Spokane Tower, runway
160 at 10,000.
Wind 180 at Niner, cleared for takeoff, change departure.
Route 17, cleared takeoff, runway 21, change departure.
Southwest 860, contact LA Center 133.2.
Got my iPad here and I'm not showing up. Why am I not showing up? External, connect to X-Plane. It's pretty cool that you can get like ForeFlight and other apps. I use my flight plan.go or flight plan go or something like that. I use that app. Still connecting. Alright, we're at 10,000 feet now, so we're going to turn off our landing lights.
Piedmont 5221, turn right heading 140, descend and maintain 7,000.
Right 140 down to 7.
We're slowing down to 160 because we're climbing above 10,000 feet. And we'll be dealing with Seattle Center 126.6 maybe. At least that's what it's been in the past, so I'll get that ready.
Okay, departure for 17, passing 3,300 for 12,000.
Or 139, Seattle Center 126.6.
Seattle Center 126.6, 1399. That was a good guess, huh? So we'll pop that over.
Route 17, Spokane departure, squawk 4465, verify transponders, squawk altitude please.
Alright, we are in clear enough air now. We'll turn off the
Albuquerque Center, citation 4 Bravo Zulu 12500. We're about 40 miles southwest of San Simon VOR. Request IFR to Casper.
You got 4 of you calling at the same time now. Brew 17, radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000. Avon 5221, you've not been cleared for any approach, so you shouldn't be on what you're doing. Do you have the airport in sight?
Cabin pressure should be climbing, which it is. We're good there.
Avon 5221, we do have a possible pilot deviation just because you're not flying your assigned heading, but now you're cleared for the visual approach runway 16 left. You contact Denver Tower on 135.3.
Finally, I'm connected to this iPad. Okay. Seattle Center, King Air 1399, 13,700 for 15,000.
King Air 1399, Seattle Center, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb maintain flight level 220, 1399.
Avon 5221, you're still 9 miles away from the runway at this point at 7,000. You want to go around already?
You're going all the way up. And we'll be
just reduce your speed to the final approach speed, that'll help you, and then contact Denver Tower 135.3.
Into the wind.
Which you're on that frequency now, I see.
So we have a 42 knot
Avon 5221 with Denver Tower, runway 16 left, clear to land.
And I'm going to lower the volume.
Somebody else was calling unanswered.
Citation 4 Bravo Zulu, 14,500 climbing, 16,500.
There, that should be a little bit better.
30 miles southwest San Simon VOR, IFR to Casper.
Citation 4 Bravo Zulu, maintain VFR, squawk 4123.
4123, we'll maintain VFR for Bravo Zulu.
Route 17, turn right heading at 300. Intercept the Spokane 258 radial to join the Glacier 1 arrival.
Alright, I'll have to add in some more torque. Slowing down pretty good now. Definitely in the freezing area, but there's no ice accumulating. It will show on the leading edge wing, or the leading edge of the wing, if you're getting icing with this plane, which is pretty cool. Coming up transition altitude.
November 4, Bravo,
flight level 180,
25 southwest,
where everybody goes to standard pressure at that point. So.
Position checks currently leveling 16,500 for Bravo Zulu.
November 4 Bravo Zulu cleared to the Casper Airport via as filed. Climb and maintain flight level 230.
Clear to the Casper Airport via as filed. Climb maintain 230 for Bravo Zulu.
Come back here. We'll give our guests some tables, some iPads. Now this plane has a walk around feature to where you set key binds to walk around, and if you press one of them accidentally, you will fall out of the airplane, which I'll show you here in a second. The problem that happens with that, unless you know how to correct it, you'll panic because you can't get back in the airplane. Like, you can use the normal keys like W and you'll be back in the cockpit, right? But if you hit the walk around key, then you won't be back in the cockpit. So if I'm, say, back here, and let's say we want to sit down here next to this lady, and if you hit the walk button, you can't walk in here, I don't think. So I'm going to fall out of the airplane, basically. All right, well, that didn't work. Maybe because I was sitting. Let me see something back here.
P-Lot 5221 left.
I think if I do that, and then if I do...
Join Whiskey Charlie, and then Golf southbound is ramp.
Yeah, see? That makes it to where you fall out of the airplane. And now if I hit W, it won't let you back in the airplane. So the only way to fix that is to hit that,
Number 8 Charlie Sierra,
and then back in.
City Center 128.72.
I had like a major panic when that first happened because ATC was giving me instruction and I couldn't get back in the airplane.
4 Bravo Zulu, flight level 200 for 230.
So
Number
yeah,
4 Bravo Zulu, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight
instant
level
panic.
330.
330, 4 Bravo Zulu.
Southwest 844, Albuquerque Center, 134.6.
46, Southwest 841.
Alright, we are on our way to Portland.
Number 728 Charlie, Sierra, Albuquerque Center, roger. Number 139er, descend via the crater to arrival. Portland altimeter 3011, landing east.
Descend via the crater to arrival, landing east, 3011, 1399.
Center, Southwest 844, flight level.
That's what I've got programmed in the east
Albuquerque
transition,
Center,
which again is
P-Lot 5221, I just need a
this
couple
transition.
minutes to get people on right frequencies. How can I help you?
So we'll be keeping an eye on these altitude restraints as we come down the arrival.
No, we take care of it on our end.
So we will do this VNAV here. So we'll set this for 1500 feet per minute.
Number 64,
Top of descent, 12
roger,
minutes.
Thanks. Report patter.
Actually, a little bit less than that because we're actually speeding up still. So just now over the Seattle area. I'll lower the condition levers. Since we're at
we
cruise.
take care of it on our end, and if it becomes just problematic and repetitive, usually someone from management will reach out to you.
Back off to torque a little bit.
Brew 17, contact Seattle Center, 132.6.
Alright. That's quite a gotcha. Yeah, I was literally panicking that one day. Like, I could not figure out how to get back in the airplane at all. I was hitting all my quick views, you know, like these things, the little keyboard. But none of those work. Once you fall out of the airplane, none of those work. You have to use this this thing on the left here.
Brew 17, Seattle Center, roger.
Which here, you probably can't see it
Delta,
because my
Delta,
webcam.
Denver approach, squawk 0,
So this down here, you have to click on one of these seats to get back in the airplane. Alright, so the pressure is 3011 at Portland. So we want
Number 269er Delta, Delta radar contact 8.5 miles east of the Falcon VOR, say aircraft type and altitude.
3011 is closest to that, so plus 300 per the field elevation. So that would be 330, I believe.
Skylane 9er Delta, Delta, roger, Denver altimeter 29er 700, you said 9,500? Number 9er Delta, Delta, cleared into the Denver Bravo airspace, maintained VFR at 9,500. Again, altimeter is
23 feet at Portland, so 323. I'll just round it up, 330. So we'll just say 330. And that is for the cabin. So that is the arrival. I need an approach. I like using the RNAV 10 left Yankee for this because the ILS is kind of wonky sometimes. But it does a fabulous job at LPV approaches with the GTN. So we're going to go with this one, which is not too shabby. It's minimums of 266. And the weather right now, let's see if I do a METAR for Portland. Portland, View Airport, METAR, it's raining. Overcast at 5,000 feet. So pressure falling rapidly. Okay. So that should be fine, but we'll have on backup an ILS 10 left. What does that get me down to? I'm guessing 200. It's about the same. 200. The decision height's 263. So I'll just stick with the LPV approach. It's only 3 foot difference. Because we're going to exit here, and the FBO is right here at Portland, so.
Albuquerque Center, 4 Bravo Zulu, radio check.
Or 4 Bravo Zulu, you're loud and clear.
Went from being real busy to real quiet, so just wanted to check. 4 Bravo Zulu, thanks.
Everybody's cruising now.
We're all cruising for a bruising. 5 minutes. All right, so I can start on the landing checklist here. So the weight is
441.
We'll say
Roger.
12.9. Altitude is actually 23, and he said 30. 11, and the temperature is 8 Celsius. Wind speed is where's that? $11. The wind heading is 130. Runway length is, I don't know. LDA. I mean, not LDA. RNAV Yankee 10 right. So the LDA is landing distance. Runway landing distance available is 11,000 feet. So we're going to go 11,000, which is way more than enough than what we need. Runway heading is 103. And we're going to do flaps down. So we'll set our markers. So our gear down limit is 184, so that's our gear limit. Flaps approach is 160, so we can go full flaps at 160. And VRF is 102 plus 10 over the numbers. So just above that over the numbers, so we'll aim for about the middle. We'll have to double check on the weight when we get down there. Otherwise, we're moving right along here, doing 230. Our ground speed is 293 knots across the ground. That's pretty good for a turboprop because, let me see, knots, 2 miles per hour, 293. We're doing 337 miles per hour across the ground right now. So, and that is pretty good considering we have a 54 knot cross headwind here. So that's still a pretty good ground speed. Now he gave us my descend via instruction, which means we can descend when we're at our top of descent on our own. So we got less than 2 minutes and we'll start on our way down. So that again is we can descend via east transition. So the lowest we can go is 5,000 feet. So we're going to reset the MCP for 5,000 feet as we descend down the star. Actually, I'm going to do it in stages so we don't overshoot anything by accident. You know, an airliner will handle it really well, but we want to be above 11,000 at Helms, so we'll just step it down. I'm going to skip that one, and we'll go for crater at 10,000. So yeah, we'll reset this for 10,000 feet, and then we'll keep an eye on it. I'm going to start on our way down here in a moment. And ATIS is actually, I'll do that in a second. So I set it for 1500 feet per minute, so we're going to start our descend. So we're going to hit the send button. We're going to pull back the power so we don't overspeed. And then we're going to let Seattle Center know that we're leaving our last assigned. Seattle Center, King Air 1399, leaving 220.
Number 1399, roger, thanks.
Alright, so we'll keep this on the... Whoop. So we got some... well, I don't know what weather causes that. It's certainly not icing. I have icing monitored at the top left, so... Alright, so we are starting our descent, so we need to come down here and reapply that altitude. So 330 feet cabin. So that's 500 feet, so that's 330. So we'll check, and we are descending at 600 feet per minute, and that's going to take us down to the Portland pressure. We'll double check the altimeter because the meter said it's dropping fast. 102 VREF, that's more than some Cessna citations. I flew from Portland to Newport out of the coast, out on the coast into a 56 knot headwind in the Kodiak the other day. Oh my gosh. Long flight, yeah, no bet, or no kidding. The Kodiak is slow to begin with. Then you add that kind of headwind. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. For an airplane of this size, that's pretty good. But isn't that one of the selling points for this airplane in the real world, is that it has short field capabilities and it's fast? I would only assume that Airfoil Labs would program this according to, what the real world counterpart can do, but I'm not swearing by that. I don't know. But yeah, it does seem pretty slow for a plane this size. You're right. All right. So go ahead and we'll flash our seatbelts to our guests so they know we're on our way down. Transition altitude, flight level 180. So we'll switch this to 3011 until we get our ATIS. And then we're coming up to Helens, 26 miles to Helens, and Helens can't be higher than 11,000. So just to play it safe, I'll set that for 11,000. I should be okay, but you don't want to bust any altitude restrictions inadvertently. $34.35. That get a little bit lower, and I'll see if I can pick up Portland's ATIS. Why is that meter 6 days ago? Okay, here we go. Overcast at 10,000 feet. Few at 9,000. Yeah, that's way better. Apparently I was looking at an old MEDAR. Oops. Airport
Denver Center Skylane
diagram.
269 Delta Delta is at 9,500.
Skylane 269 Delta Delta Denver Center Akron altimeter 2977.
2977, thanks, 9 Delta Delta.
Okay. So yeah, glad I did that just to make sure we don't bust any altitude stuff. Cam pressure is still dropping. Yep. So the approach we're going to do again, procedure approach, we're going to do the RNAV 10 left Yankee, which is an LPV, and I want to do it from I'll dial in Peter, but we can get something to box him. We'll just go direct to box him. Yeah, that'll work. So that approach has a missed approach procedure. Climb to 800, then climbing left turn to 4200. Direct to battleground VOR and hold. Continue climb and hold to 42. So 800, then left turn to 42 to battleground. So we'll climb to 800, and then we'll go left to battleground. And we can just use the GPS to direct us to battleground. So the main thing I'm going to write down is 800-L-42. So I'll just reset the MCP for 42, but I'll know to make that left turn above 800. And we'll go direct to Boxham, and then we'll step it down from Boxham to Trail, then Blazer, about 6 miles there, and we'll grab the LDA at Blazer down to our minimums. So that's our plan. Coming up to Helens now. It's raining all under us. Too bad this doesn't show rain. That'd be cool. So the last direction is heading 278. So I'll go ahead and set the heading bug.
Contact Seattle Center 126.6.
278.
126.6, 317.
Yep, so we're going to hold up at 11,000 feet because we still got 7 miles. That's why I did that. Airliners, you know, are good with the VNAV to where they won't bust them. It's kind of just a guesstimate because we're getting to 11,000 feet only 6 miles before it, so it's pretty good.
Route 17, Seattle Center, roger.
Alright, well, we're waiting for that. Go ahead and close up these tables. Snack time is over, people. Close that up. We'll turn on our seatbelts when we get a little bit closer. Got 4 miles to Helens, and then we'll just, because Crater can be between 10 and 13, so we'll just stand by until we get a top of descent again. So time to bottom of descent.
Southwest 844, contact
See the VS required is 60. I need to wait till that shows 1500.
3432, Southwest 8.
Actually, it's going to jump after that. Will step me down at Hiker.
Albuquerque Center, descend via the Eagle 6.
See if we can pick up ATIS.
Phoenix altimeter 3005, it'd be runway 7 right transition.
Got the wrong.
3005, descend to Eagle 6.
ATIS 12835, I think. 20. Whoops. 128. $28.35. We'll pop that over.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Notice to airmen runway 321 closed. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Information Mike.
Portland International Airport. ATIS Information Mike. 1953 Zulu. Wind 120 at 11. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 9 or 1000. Ceiling 10,000 overcast. Temperature 8. Dew point 3. Altimeter 3011. Arriving and departing runways 10 left, 10 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following requested. Notice to airmen runway 321 closed. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Alright, we are current with Mike. It's definitely cloudy enough, and the winds are 120. Where's it at? 120 at 11 knots. And this is, it's getting closer to 12.9, so that should still hold true. We'll see. We'll get another descent profile here once we get past Crater. Because right now it's going for the hiker, which is between 7 and 9, so I'm waiting for 1500 on this VS required, and then we'll drop the descent button again. There's no speeds that I need to concern myself with on the arrival.
Number 139er, contact Portland approach 124.35.
Portland approach 124.35, 1399. Alright, let's pop over to Portland, and we're going to continue this down to 7,000. And we'll start our descent, and we'll drop it down to hiker at 7,000. Take out some of this. And we'll assume we're still with Mike.
Let's 844, roger.
Portland approach, King Air 1399, descending via Crater 2, east transition, leaving 10,500. Current with Mike, request RNAV Yankee 10 left from Boxham.
Number 9er Delta Delta, radar services terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR, free exchange approved.
Of course I step on someone.
You bet. King Air 1399er, you said RNAV Yankee 10 left?
Affirmative. RNAV Yankee 10 left from Boxham 1399.
November 139er, roger. Just expect vectors to final. RNAV Yankee runway 10 left, Rich.
Expect vectors for RNAV Yankee 10 left, 1399. Alright, so we'll just activate the vectors part. That'll work.
64441, passing Urit, descending through 9,000, established on the localizer.
Cessna 441, thanks, at Jelly. Contact Helena Tower 118.3.
26.9 is usually
We'll
their
go to Helena
final.
Tower at Jelly 118.3.
Alright, we're going to turn on some lighting. And we'll turn on the seatbelt signs for our guests. I got ATIS. I'll be uploading this video to YouTube, so for my YouTube fans that are watching this video, please don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. It will only help get the channel out there to other aviation enthusiasts such as we are. And to my Twitch guys that are watching right now, my YouTube channel is below. You can just click on the link for it.
For planning purposes, Seattle is
I've got all my airplanes on my YouTube categorized as a playlist. So each airplane has its own playlist on my YouTube channel. Which I do because I think it would help people learn the airplanes if you can just go to a playlist and look at nothing but one in particular aircraft. Alright. So we're coming over here now. That's Buxom. So 7,000, and we're gonna go down to 5,000. So we're gonna hit that descent button again. We're gonna go down to 5,000 for Voodoo, and we gotta maintain 210 knots, which is right about where we are at. So keep an eye on the speed when we get to Voodoo. See what the weight looks like. We're gonna go with, we'll just keep it there. Actually, being heavy is better, so we'll do 13. We'll do 13,000. VREF 102. It's fine. Vectors to final instead of full approach. Marcus must be bored. Well, it's not a full approach, actually. Either way, he'd be vectoring me. Because it's not connected. I said from Buxom, so he could say after nut, clear direct to Buxom. He could do that. So you're right. But it's not a full approach, as in the initial approach fix on the approach is not an ending fix on the star. So in order for that to work, one of these waypoints has to be part of the star to be considered a full approach. And since none of them are part of the star, it's not, you can't use it as a full approach. The only thing he could do is say after nut, clear direct to Buxom, or he could vector me to Buxom, or anywhere he could vector me in here. So only full approaches can you do, like for example, let me see here.
Helena approach, Skyhawk 64441, past Geely.
Like the 28 left.
Sky 64441, Roger. I think the
This
previous
is
called the tower at this point.
A waypoint
We'll
on a star, I believe, and then you just continue on to the approach.
6441, passing Geely.
I can't think of the star.
Maybe the tower runway 27, clear to land. The wind at 250 at 17,
maybe it is the Timbers arrival.
Clear to Ryan, runway 27, 441.
Let's see if the Timbers 2 has that. So actually, maybe it's RNAV.
King Air 1399, contact Portland approach 126.9er.
Portland approach 126.9er, 1399. All right, let me go over to that. Portland approach, King Air 1399, crater 2 at 5,000.
King Air 1399, Portland approach, the Portland altimeter 3014. Fly heading 260 to vectors, RNAV Yankee, runway 10 left final approach course.
Flight heading 260 vectors for RNAV Yankee 10 left and 3014, 1399.
King Air 1399, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend maintain 3000, 1399. Alright, so let's do 3000 and we're going to do 260.
317, let's approve the Portland back.
260, we're going to go heading. And then we're going to get vectored for this approach, so flight plan, approach, activate vectors to final. See what he does there. Activate the approach in a little bit. Landing lights are on. Turn on this auto ignition, auto feathers back on.
Roger.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna look up the RNAV that I know. 7 Lincoln Yankee. Oh, I didn't even notice that was. I thought you were Coast Pilot talking to me. Teach me not to read the names. Keep the speed just above the gear down where I can go flaps and everything. We'll just keep it there for a moment.
Air 1399, turn left, heading 150.
Left turn 150, 1399. 150. Let's see what happens if I activate approach. Let's see if that automatically cycles it. I might have to do a direct to Buxom or something. But I do know, now that I know who I'm talking to,
17, contact Seattle approach 125.6.
you guys, I know you guys know what a full approach is. I was just going to show it anyway.
Air 1399, turn left, heading 130.
Left, continue left turn 130, 1399.
King Air 1399, 5 miles from Buxom, maintain 3000 until establishing the RNAV final approach course, cleared RNAV Yankee runway 10 left approach.
Maintain 3000 until establishing a final course approach, cleared RNAV Yankee 10 left, 1399. Alright, so we're going to do a direct to Buxom because that makes the most sense. So we're going to do direct to Buxom, and then we'll do nav.
317 Seattle approach, need your altitude.
And what the hell is it doing?
Brew 17, roger. Fly heading 240. It's vectors ILS runway 16 left, final approach course. Descend and maintain 6000.
Helena Tower 6441, request runway 28 landing.
Vertical track.
Okay.
Jack 6441,
so,
do you have the field in sight at this point?
We are going to go down to 2000 at Blazer.
There's nobody there on 27, so that's your simulator doing that. You can make straight in runway 28.
Straight in runway 28, 441.
And you understand that's a turf runway in the middle of winter, correct?
And
Paper.
187 is tower.
Clear to land, runway 28, 441.
187 is tower. And we'll go ahead and drop out of the sky, go down to 2,000 feet.
King Air 1399, connect Portland Tower 118.7.
Over to tower 118.7, 1399. So we go to tower there. Portland Tower, King Air 1399 on RNAV 10 left.
King Air 1399, Portland Tower, runway 10 left, clear to land, wind 1008.
10 left, clear to land, 1399. Alright, so we're coming up to our
Brew 17, descend and maintain
intercept.
4000.
So we're going to do approach mode there. And then we'll drop the gear. 180 knots, and we're going to go flaps 10. Additional lever is full, props full. And the LPV should be coming active, which it is. And we'll reset the MCP. Gear is down, conditioner levers are full. Slow down a little bit more here. We got permission to land, and ground is 0.9er, so we'll get ground set, even though I probably won't need it.
Scott, 64441, taxi park can be a Bravo, and remain this frequency today.
Flaps full.
We'll taxi Bravo and remain on this frequency. Have a good day.
Southwest 844, contact Phoenix approach 128.65.
Yeah, so again on the ground, I'll show what I look at as a full approach, which would never full approach would never have like vectors involved. It'd just be straight off the star, straight into an approach without any vector requiring. So we're gonna go up to 4,200. For the mist, if we need to go mist, which
I want the tower 6441 request when you have the
200. So it'd be 800 and then left turn
I just
back to battle ground if I need
to. On the simulator so I don't get that outside traffic.
What sim are you running?
This is Microsoft 2000.
Okay, are you connected to the multiplayer networks? Do you have live traffic turned on, or the other Microsoft Flight Sim traffic turned on?
200 feet to minimums.
Not that I know of, but I'll double check through the setting.
Yeah, it needs to be turned off.
All right, copy that. Thank you for your...
Looks like the wife's getting home right now. So I'm gonna mute this.
Minimums. Feet. 50 feet. Props full.
Brew 17, turn left heading 190. Brew 17, 4 miles from Helzer, maintain 4,000 until established in the localizer, cleared ILS runway 16 left approach.
40 knots.
Care 1399, taxi to Atlantic via Alpha and monitor ground, we'll see you.
Alright, so I got my taxi clearance. We're going to monitor ground. All the lights are off. We'll take the flaps out here. actually hear a Traffic Global airplane. Apparently this airport has Traffic Global GA. The bigger airports have the GA, but the smaller ones still don't have a lot of the GA. All right, let's set the brake. Turn off my camera on purpose for a moment. All right. So actually, I need to go. I'll have to explain that full approach another time. He's backing up. Why does GA need a pushback? Whatevs. All right. So we'll do disconnect. And we'll turn off taxi and Rico lights. Cabin diff is 0. So we shall turn off environment and pressure. Turn off the furnace and coffee maker, seatbelts off, pitot stall warning off. We'll turn off the avionics, EFIS, inverters, prop sync off, feather the prop, do fuel cutoff. And that's it. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time. Nicely done. Thanks. Hey, thank you, Coast Pilot. Appreciate it, bud. 7 Lima Yankee. Appreciate you dropping by too, sir. We'll catch y'all next time. I gotta talk to the wife, otherwise I talk a little bit more. So, talk to y'all soon. Chase out.